All right. Finally a nice day here in the city. This is going to be a good one. Hopefully it's not too loud, but I'm back.
Heart torn, leaving blood stains all over the tablecloth, and I can never scrub them off. But I won't let you haunt me. All the stars in my body, they won't give me. 'Cause sometimes so cold, and I thought I'd never make it. I could feel my pulses fading.
What's up, guys? Zach here on the new 959 Panigale, which I just picked up this week, and I'm finally getting a chance to get out into the city for a ride and film, and I'm hoping I've finally fixed my mic problems, but this has been a long time coming. You know, right when I got back from Jackson Hole, I'd been planning on doing a new series, a new playlist for the YouTube channel called Morning Coffee. And I was going to be filming, trying out different restaurants in the city, taking the bike, my morning routes, picking a different topic for each episode. And to get started here, I really just want to talk about the idea for the series and get your guys' input and talk about this new Panigale that I've got here. So I had a Streetfighter and a Monster 1100 Evo. For the past few years I've had both of those bikes, and they were pretty incredible, and I loved them both. I mean, you can't beat an air-cooled Monster, and the Streetfighter is a really, really unique bike that a lot of people just don't have. A buddy of mine actually went ahead and bought one after riding with me and seeing mine. He liked it so much he went out and got the exact same bike. But I decided to sell both those motorcycles, and initially I was going to get myself a V4S, and I test rode it, and I loved it. It was an awesome machine. You know, the new V4 engine is really, it's different than the twins, and you know, coming from only Ducatis, and more specifically older Ducatis, you know, I'm used to the twin feel, and there's just something about it that I really like. It makes me feel at home. So while I loved the V4S, and it was probably the nicest motorcycle I've ever been on, I decided to test ride a brand new 959 that they had in the shop, which was about half the price realistically, and I just liked it more immediately. You know, there's just something about that twin character. It just feels naturally Ducati to me, and so I immediately felt more at home on the twin and the 959, and realistically this bike, it's just more usable on the road. I mean, it's still ridiculously powerful. It's got 157 horsepower and, you know, 71 pound-feet of torque, which is a whole lot for a bike that weighs, you know, just a hair over 400 pounds wet. So it's got a ton of power still. It's really, really precise, super focused, but it's also not uncomfortable around town. I mean, I'm riding this bike every day in the city, and it's perfectly comfortable. I mean, just for cruising around town, it doesn't, you know, you don't start to cramp up because there's too much weight on your wrists. And, you know, I'm coming from Monsters and Streetfighters, the naked bikes, where, you know, they don't have the clip-ons, and it's a more relaxed position. I mean, it's not the same as, like, you know, a touring bike, but, you know, compared to the sport bikes, they were more relaxed positions. But this is just really, really easy to ride. I mean, that's the one thing I really noticed about this bike is immediately upon getting on it, I just felt confident and at home. And, you know, even the Streetfighter, which is a bike I ended up growing to love, I did not feel comfortable on that bike right away. Coming from a monster, it just felt... that guy likes the bike. Everybody likes the bike. It just felt weird going to the Streetfighter. I mean, the tank was more narrow. It just was a different feel. But this bike here, it gives you all of the, you know, confidence and on-rails feeling that the Streetfighter did, which I love. But then the tank is wider and it's more flickable, like the smaller displacement monster that I own, the 696, which is one of my favorite bikes. So, yeah, it just was a no-brainer after riding it. I just had to own one. And I've put about 300 miles on it so far. So I'm still in the break-in period. I can't even use all of the engine yet. I've accidentally revved the bike out on a couple occasions. You know, you just can't help yourself. It's addicting. You know, but once you get up there in the revs, it just wants to pull harder and harder. And it's funny, you know, a lot of people talk about the different modes and, you know, they seem intimidated by this bike when they first get on it, and I ride it in race mode through the city daily. I mean, it is just a really comfortable, compliant motorcycle. I know a lot of other people would disagree, but having ridden Ducatis, this would be a good tunnel. Having only ridden Ducatis, I would say this bike is the most compliant bike that I've ridden. I mean, the older bikes, I thought they were totally fine, and I loved their character around town and their unwillingness to be in low RPMs and going slow. But this bike, I mean, it's got almost like Honda fueling, or at least what I would imagine Honda fueling to be like, because it's just so easy to ride. I mean, it's just so easy to ride. The clutch is light but precise. You know, in sport mode, the throttle is really, really snappy and precise, but in race mode, it's just, everything's dialed up an extra notch, and I like that. Even for my daily riding around the city, I don't like there to be any play in the throttle. It just feels more comfortable to me. I mean, this is a sport bike. It's an aggressive bike. You know, it's a bike that is made for going to the track if you want, and I want it to feel that way on a daily basis. I mean, that's the reason that I bought it. But I think that's the best thing about the 959, and one of the reasons that I ultimately decided to go with this bike instead of the V4S is it's just a really usable motorcycle on the street. I mean, it's obviously a really, really high-performing motorcycle, and, you know, you need to be an experienced rider to really enjoy it and get the best out of it, but it's just easy to ride. And, you know, that isn't to say the V4 isn't. I mean, that bike was very, very easy to get on and ride slowly, and then, you know, it inspired you to go faster, and that V4 engine is so smooth. I mean, way smoother than this in low RPM around town. I mean, you know, the twin, you know, this bike still has some of that quirk, some of those quirks where it is a little bit uncomfortable at low RPMs, but compared to my older Ducks and the air-cooled models that I've had, this feels so easy to ride that it doesn't bother me. And, you know, one of the biggest things, you know, I loved my 696, which was my first motorcycle, and then I upgraded to the Streetfighter. And the Streetfighter is a better bike, you know, on paper. It's a better bike, you know, in every which way. But I still missed the 696 because there's just something about riding a motorcycle where you can use all of the power and really push the bike. And I'm not saying that you can use all of a 157 horsepower motorcycle on the street, because you can't. But when you take this bike on the back roads, you want to push it harder and harder, and it's confidence inspiring. Whereas with the V4, you know, it's just such a fast and capable bike that you know, you're kind of holding back, which makes it less fun. I'm meeting up with my buddy here.
I'm not a squid. I don't squid.
Dude. For the Supermotos. Fun first bike. You just got it. These people absolutely hate us right now. Oh. Well, we're about to do a city ride. That was good. John, you want me to just follow you?
I'm just going to run around. I don't have a destination.
That's fine. Totally fine. I don't care where we go. So good. It's a cool little alley here. A couple fun bars that we hit. This place, Calico, is sick. Gone out here a few times. This motorcycle. The 959 is probably in my top 3 bikes that I'd recommend if you're interested in Ducatis or a sport bike in general. It's the right bike for the road, and it's a whole lot of fun. Up and goes. You would think it's not a good bike for around town, but man, it really is just so much fun, and it's just comfortable around town. I don't know how else to say it. This is my daily commuter bike, my only bike now for the city, and coming off of multiple naked bikes, this thing is still just easy to ride around town. It's just great. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. It's usually pretty crowded too. It's usually pretty crowded too. This apartment complex is sick right here. I always wanted to live in this apartment complex here. It's pretty sick. The apartment complex right here on the corner is dope.
Although I don't know how I feel about the view right now.
No, I mean that kind of sucks. But that place is like, the inside's super nice. I mean, I don't know what else to say about the bike, really. You know, all this craziness going on with coronavirus right now is, you know, put a hold on everything that I'm doing. Thankfully, work's still going well, but, you know, I was in a position where I still could go out and buy a bike, and if you can buy vehicles right now, you get some pretty damn good deals on them, so it ended up being the right time to finally make the jump. to say about it. It's an awesome bike. That it reps. I mean, all the power, it's so smooth throughout its rev range, which makes it comfortable and, you know, torquey around town, which is one of my favorite things about the Monster. But then once you get it up at the top end, I mean, it just rips. It just wants to go faster and faster. And, you know, it completely changes. You know, once you get out on the back roads, then it's just this weapon that's so precise and so incredible. But then, you know, around town you want to just chill and, you know, go to the coffee shop. It's a great bike for that too. So hopefully once everything gets back to normal and places open up, I'm gonna continue this morning coffee series. This is just the first installment here to what are you doing? This is just the first installment here. Kind of wanted to take the time and set it up so that once everything's open again, I can go ahead and start doing more of these videos. It's just great. It's just great to get out and ride and try new places in the city. You know, I love this city. I've been here for a couple years, and I'm going to be choosing different topics and trying different places in my morning commutes. And, you know, hopefully this is a good outlet for talking about different tutorials with photography and film, talking about what it's like living in DC, you know, what I do for work, how, you know, I afford to live in Georgetown, and, you know, this lifestyle that I have created for myself here through the different contract work. That's a sick Lamborghini. But yeah, so this isn't all that interesting of a video, but hopefully the ones that are coming up will be valuable. I'm really excited about what's coming on this channel. I mean, I've got a ton of the ski content that I put out for my trip to Jackson Hole this year, and now that I'm back in the city, I'm going to be doing lots of bike content, lots of car content, you know, trying to mix the cinematic stuff with these daily vlogging videos. So just keep an eye out. So much torque. It's so much fun. Even when only using it at like 1/10 of its abilities here on these roads in town. I'll be doing a review of some proper back roads here in the next couple weeks, but as I break it in and just get used to the bike, this has been a nice little run. It's better when there's no cars in front of us, but what a bike. That's going to be it for today's video. Like I said earlier, guys, I'm going to be doing tons of content with this bike. I'm hopefully doing a bunch of cinematic stuff coming up soon. I'm going to be doing a build. Lots to come on this channel. And I'm going to be doing a ton more of these morning coffee rides. So if you like this video, drop a like, subscribe. Got big things coming. See you guys next time.
Me far from love, and you will see me fall apart. It's so touch, so cold, and I thought I'd never make it. I could feel my pulses.